want to know, have you ever had a romantic relationship that ruined a friendship? Did you lose your good Judy over a nigga? That's what I want to know.
Honestly, girl, no, girl. Honestly,
Really?
no, girl. No, girl. I've been single so long, girl, that honestly, I cannot. I didn't even have a relationship long enough in these many years to actually ruin a friendship. To be honest with you,
Not, I've been single my whole life.
not my whole life. Okay, I wouldn't go that far. I haven't been desperate
You said it.
and single my whole life. And listen, I still, have people,
He's for the streets.
I'm not. I would not say for the
You're
streets.
for the streets.
I would say I'm very free. Okay? I'm very free. But yeah.
You're for the streets.
That's never happened to me. Has it happened to you?
No. No.
Girl,
Let me say
it
this. No. Let me say this. It hasn't happened to me. I think that I've always been someone that I too have been very free. And I've also been someone that makes it very clear that this is my friend and I love her. This is my dude and I love him. And I don't really bring who I'm dating around my friends like that. Y'all gotta stop doing that. I
think that's
I
the
don't
issue.
do that.
I really do think that's the issue because if I'm dating somebody and I think they're serious, I'm excited for them to meet my friend.
Yes.
But it's not going to be a constant thing where if I'm going out with my friend, I bring my significant
Listen,
other.
no one that I've ever dated has had one of my friends' number. Ever. No one that I've dated has had one. And you know what? It hasn't been like a rule. Like I'm like, you can't have
It's just happened.
his number. It just hasn't happened because, first of all, what would you guys be talking about? And not on a toxic, like controlling thing, but it's just like, in the same thing. I don't have any person that I'm dating. I don't have their friends' numbers.
This reminds me actually real random. This is actually real random. I've been trying to get into the TikTok.
I do not have TikTok downloaded.
And TikTok has a lot of like pranks.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard to explain unless you're on the TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a prank where this guy gets like two girls or two guys from the mall, and then he'll ask them, "Oh, are you both single?" And they'll both have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Call them and then they'll be like, "Do you have their number?" They'll be like, "Yeah." Call them and see if they will cheat on you with the best friend or whatever.
See,
I think
y'all
I said
doing
that
the
wrong,
most
but
with
whatever.
these challenges.
You guys know what I'm trying to say.
Y'all doing the most.
Anyways, it was very interesting because 99% of the time when it happened, obviously the guy was like, "Okay, I'm down." Da 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 da.
Yeah, of course.
But the girl would get mad at the best friend when they just decide to do this. She was like, "Oh, I trust my man," and then she's like, "Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You're supposed to be my friend." And I'm like, "Girl, why
It causes a lot. Listen, it causes a lot of friction.
The girls to be a little prank.
Listen, it causes a lot of friction. What I have had is, I've had people that I've been in relationships with tell me that they don't like someone. So a previous relationship.
Not saying nothing.
No. He told me flat out. He was always very cordial with who was at the time a very close friend of mine, and he told me I don't really like her. She was we were young, but she wanted to talk on the phone constantly. She wanted to be around constantly. And you know what? I was never that friend that kind of like, when you get into a relationship, you disappear on your friend. So I always would answer the phone. Even if I was with him, I would talk to her and, things like that. And he was like over her, but always very respectful. So I don't think I've ever lost a friendship over a dude. However, I have I've never lost a friend over my relationship, but I've lost a friend over their relationship. So I'm going to give y'all story time.
Go ahead, girl.
Story time.
I don't think I know this story.
I had you know this story. I had a friend whose boyfriend wasn't shit.
Oh, girl. Okay, never mind. I know this story.
We go with it. The boyfriend wasn't shit. And I'm not the kind of girl that's like, break up with that nigga. Because you know what? I, am not fond of, love and all the heartbreak and things as such, but it was for you, was for you, whatever. As long as you're not being abused, disrespected, I'm good. Like, whatever. And long story short, I won't give too many details, but I ended up coming in contact with one of the women that he was cheating on her with. And, one day we worked together, and one day the girl called my phone and was like, and I was like, hold on, hold up. I was like, hold up, hold up. And I struggled to tell my friend, I'm like, damn, how am I gonna tell her this? This girl is saying that she's still sleeping with him. This girl is saying this and this and this. And when I spoke to my friend, she had already seen messages, so she initiated the conversation. I was like, perfect. Oh, girl, because it's hard to tell a friend, because the bitch might flip on you and not believe you and think you hating. So when she initiated the conversation, I'm like, oh, okay, great. I'm so happy you said it, because bitch, he's cheating on you. The bitch called me, And yeah, I told her, and she went back and told him that I said blah, 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 blah. And just like a guilty man would, was very defensive, and I became the target. Well, why is she in my business? And why is she this? And I'm like, y'all been together for a very long time, and I've never stepped in. I'm not in your business. This woman came to me. I'm relaying a message, okay? In hindsight, I would have done things a lot differently. Okay?
I'm spilling the tea.
Listen,
And
I'm
when I'm
spilling
nervous, I
tea.
rub my stone.
I'm spilling tea.
I am nervous.
It's true. So anyway, long story short, from then there was friction with said boyfriend and myself. And I really didn't have friction because I'm not hanging out with you anyway. I don't have reason to hang out with you. And my friend was very much like, if he came around, would hang up the phone with me. I remember one time we were at an event together, and you come together, you leave together or whatever, and he took all the rest of her friends home, and I Ubered my way somewhere else, and it just definitely felt like she was choosing him over me, and I just fell back, and our friendship has not been the same. Let me say that. So I think that it is something to be said about romantic relationships getting in the middle or causing friction between friendships, and even family members too. Right?
It does.
It
Yeah, it's a
does.
heartbreaking thing.
Who
It
do you
really is.
choose? Do you choose your friend, or do you choose the person that you feel you are in love with? Who do you choose? Y'all tell us.
Tough.
Who do you choose? When it comes to family and children, kids, parents, things as such, I think the lines get gray. But I don't know. Does loyalty to a friend trump a relationship?
You know what? I've never experienced it, so I'm not going to say, because you know what? Listen, you're not keeping me warm at night, girl.
You can't do
And
what
listen,
this.
if I
You
find
can't do what he
somebody
could
that
do.
keeps me warm at night and I really fall in love with, I don't know, girl. Like, but honestly, I think back about everything that has happened between you and I can't imagine choosing anybody else.
Exactly.
So yeah, I get it.
Exactly.
It's really a rock and a hard place. I don't know what the right decision is.
And what determines, like, what factors come into play when you're making that decision? Is it how long you guys have been friends? Is it how you behaved with this friend? Is it where you see the relationship that you're in? Because sometimes we could be dating someone and not really see ourselves like with them for a long time, or even think about marriage. But if me and dude is talking about marriage and talking about next steps, or if we have a child together, you can't disrespect my baby daddy. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
different things like that. There's so many factors.
It's levels to this shit.
It's levels to this friendship. For real. Oh,
Love that shit.
oh, a
I
T-shirt.
love that. It's
Yeah,
levels
better
to
not
this
steal it.
friendship.
A T-shirt.
It's levels to this friendship.
A
I
T-shirt.
love you. Just a
A,
genius.
a T-shirt.
A genius.
Merch on the way. No, merch on the way.